Reflexive verbs. In chapter 11, we have a lot of reflexive verbs. And in English, we don't have too many, but usually they have the word himself, herself, myself, yourself in it somewhere. That word in German is sich, and that is officially part of the verb. So these are not all of them. I've just gotten 4 of these up here. Sich erkälten zum Beispiel in German is reflexive, to catch a cold. Sich verspäten, to be late, is reflexive. Sich waschen, if you're washing yourself, it's reflexive. Now, if you're washing the dog, it's not reflexive, obviously, because you're doing this to someone else, not yourself. Sich kämmen, like to comb your hair. Your hair is part of you, so if you comb your hair, that is reflexive. You're reflecting the action back onto you. This word sich will change based on your subject. Now, I've got a chart here. Ich, it will change to mich. So if you were going to conjugate sich erkälten, to catch a cold, for ich, I would have to say ich erkälte mich. Or if you were catching a cold, you would have to say du erkältest dich. So notice that sich is the same for er, sie, es, und sie und big Sie. Uns und euch, notice that these also look a lot like your direct object pronouns. That's because they are, it's the same thing. Only that sich is a little bit different. It's not ihn, sie, es, it's sich. Now I'm going to conjugate one of these verbs over here. I'm going to go with sich waschen because it's stem changing, and sometimes people forget that the a will go to e and du und er, sie, es. So just to help you remember that one, I'm going to conjugate sich waschen. Ich wasche. So the conjugation's the same, and I just need to stick mich right after it. Ich wasche mich. I'm washing myself. Du, this is where it stem changes. Du wäschst. Du wäschst dich. You wash yourself. Er, sie, es. Wäscht. With a T on the end as usual. Sich. And I took my sich from here. Wir waschen. Uns, we wash ourselves. Ihr wascht euch. You guys wash yourselves. Und sie und big Sie waschen sich. So reflexive verbs, if you see a verb in the dictionary with sich in front of it, in order to conjugate that, you will officially need to put this corresponding part with it. I'll give you a little bit more about reflexive verbs later, but this is all for now. Tschüss.